Hey guys, Anas here, CTO and co-founder at Mind. Over the last couple of years, I've been working with therapists, and one thing that I've noticed firsthand is the amount of time that gets taken up by administrative tasks and paperwork rather than client care. And that's how Mind was born, a platform for therapists by therapists, really to bring operational efficiency to your practice so you can focus on what you do best, client care. So let's get started with the demo. Today's demo is really going to focus on the areas that we've built that will help you save time, and that's where we're seeing most of our therapists save time today. So let's get started. So here we are on the login screen. Normally going to go ahead and log in. From there, you'll be brought to the dashboard. From the dashboard, this is always going to be changing and evolving as we're adding new features to the platform. But as you can see, this is where you could walk through our My Note Taker, which we'll get to a little bit later in this demo, as well as our marketing section, which really we thought, which was one of the big pain points that a lot of our therapists came to us with, is the ability to market their practice. So let's get started with the scheduler. As you can see, my schedule is pretty empty today, but the area that I want to focus on, we have all the standard features that all other platforms have: creating your appointments, creating your shifts, creating your breaks. So just to go through this quickly, you would be able to create an appointment with your clients, select your session type, location, date, time, all the standard stuff. We'll send out all the email reminders. We also do SMS reminders. Everything is there for a full booking experience if you're booking on your client's end. The other part that we really took a lot of time to carefully build out is our shifts feature. So if you offer the ability for your clients to book, whether it's through their client portal or on our public booking page, which you will be provided, our shifts module is one of the most flexible in the market today. So for example, if you need to create a shift for tomorrow, let's say tomorrow's Friday, and I'm going to be working between 4 and 8 p.m., this is where you would be able to create this, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly. If you want it on repeat, we'll just say that actually we're not going to put on repeat. What I do is select my location. So today the location that we provide as mine is telehealth. You could also have in-office locations as well. So those would be available as you set up your account. And then you would select your services. So these are the default services that you have that we give you off the bat: initial consult, discharge, and individual therapy. So we'll say individual therapy. And then last but not least is, where are people going to be able to book you? In the client portal, this really means existing patients and clients that you have. So they can go directly and book online. They might have to contact you to book, or you don't want this shift available. So if you're doing initial consults, for example, and you want to dedicate your Fridays for initial consults or a specific time, you can make this only available to people coming on the public side that are not currently patients. So we really made this as flexible as possible, really understanding how therapists work and how they operate when it comes to their availability. We also integrate with various calendar, the main one being is Google. So if you want to pull in your Google Calendar and overlay it on top of this calendar, or also push your appointments into your personal Google Calendar, we take care of that as well. So now let's walk through the process of creating an appointment and joining a video call and some of the features that we have around our telehealth. So whenever you start off, you're always going to have this Mind test client. This is where you could do any type of testing. It's going to help you just understand the platform, how it works, and not have to use a real client to do any type of testing. So we'll go and we'll book a full session. This is going to take place, let's just say we'll do it for right now. And we will do it for 5 p.m. right here. We'll do it for 6, and let's save that. So let's go ahead and check out this appointment now. You'll see you'll have a join link to join via telehealth, and you can also go see some of the appointment details. So as of right now, the appointment details have all the appointment history, what has been done during this appointment, what is going to be charged. You also can go ahead and join that call, and you'll see that there's no progress note as of yet, as if this meeting hasn't taken place. So let's go ahead and join this call now. You'll be brought to this screen where you could enable your various devices, so your camera and your microphone. For the sake of this demo, I won't be turning on my camera double. You'll be able to change whatever settings that you need, and then you could, one of the biggest things over here is that you'll be able to see your previous session notes. So I could just pop in here while you're waiting for your session to start. You can click on previous sessions, and now here is a session note that I had for this client that I can go ahead and check. You could also see your appointment details, who the client is, and jump into their client profile right from here. Let's go ahead and start and jump into this call. Over here, you'll see that we have an app chat. Again, all your previous session notes will be here, and then in session note taking, anything that you do over here, you will be able to see that in a client profile later. And pièce de résistance is our Mind Note Taker. So as of right now, this demo account, the Mind Note Taker is not enabled, but once you have it enabled, you'll be able to turn on the Mind Note Taker, and in the background, it's going to listen in, take a transcription, and generate all your client notes for you. So if you're looking for SOAP notes, IPR, or whatever type of format or template that you are looking for our Mind Note Taker will take care of it for you. So maybe it would have taken you a couple of minutes. Now, pretty much within seconds after your appointment, you're going to have a fully structured note similar to the one that we have right over here from the previous session. We also built in scheduling right within a telehealth session. So while you're on a call and it might be ending, you can quickly ask your client, hey, do you want to have a follow-up session? When is that going to be? You could choose, hey, let's do it 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now. So let's say a month from now. You would confirm. It's going to open up your schedule right there. You'll see what your availability is and book in that client right away. Once your call is completed, this is where the magic happens. Right when you're brought back to the appointment details page, here is the session that I had with this individual, and you'll see that my notes have now been generated for me. What I'd want to do over here is make sure to review them, make sure they look good, and then I could go ahead, save and sign off, and this note is done. If ever you need to come back and make any changes, we do full version history to make sure that any changes are all accounted and recorded for. One of the major things that we offer within our platform is the fully integrated consent flow. So any of your patients, right when they join the system, they will be asked if they consent to using the platform as well as Mind Note Taker. If they don't consent, our Mind Note Taker will never be available during calls. If they do consent, it's always your option to turn it on or turn it off. If there's going to be something sensitive you're talking about that you don't want the Mind Note Taker to listen in on, you could turn it off and pause it for that time and then turn it back on when you're ready to use it again. So this is fully integrated into the platform. You never have to copy paste from other places. It shows up in your patient's notes directly integrated. Now let's move on to billing. So as you can see over here, I can now arrive this patient that showed up. I can directly charge them from the patient details page. So now let's move on to billing. We use Stripe as our payment processing partner. So if you do integrate with them, all billing and integration of billing and payments is right from our system. So you don't have to worry about collecting payments from anywhere else. So once you finish the appointment, you would mark it as arrived. Also, if you mark it as no-show, it gives you the ability to charge them full price, 50%, or you don't have to charge them anything. So now that we've marked it as arrived, we can either charge them directly over here, or we can go to the consolidated billing view where it'll show you all your pending payments. From here, you would be able to select either individual or all, and then go ahead and charge them, whether it's through whatever method of payment that they're using, whether it's credit card, if you are collecting cash, or any other payment provider that we support. So this is the last section. What we're going to go over today in this demo is the Mind marketing section. This was built from the ground up to help therapists get their brand out there and help generate more clients. So let's get started. The first thing that you're going to do is build out your profile. In this section, which we won't demo fully right now, is going to ask a little bit about you. And then this is going to help us curate content for you, from building out your landing page to generating content on social media. If you don't even have a logo yet, or if you don't have any brand colors, we'll help you with that process as well. So I quickly filled out my information about myself and my practice. Let's go to the next step. Over here, it's going to ask me about my specialties. So I went ahead and filled all these out. Let's go next. Now I'm going to fill out a little personal information about myself. And then the last thing is I'm going to fill out my brand voice. So who am I about? Why did I get into therapy? And why am I doing it? This is going to help curate a lot of the content that we do. So now that I filled that out, I'm going to hit finish, and this is going to start doing some cooking. Once you're done building out your brand profile, you'll be presented with a couple of different tools on the marketing side. We are constantly adding new tools to help with your various marketing efforts and to remove the burden of marketing from you as a solo or group practice. To start off, you'll see that we automatically generated a landing page for you. So if you go in here, you'll already have all the details that you had filled out during your brand profile setup, an automatic description about yourself, your booking widget, everything right here ready to go that you could start sharing with clients from day one. You could also go ahead and start creating Instagram posts. We are also going to be integrating with other platforms as well, and various type of postings. So those are some of the key features of Mind. We're constantly adding new features all the time from feedback from therapists like yourself. So if you're ready to change your practice, come join Mind, click on one of the buttons here, here, or here, and get started on a 14-day free trial. See you on the other side.